Good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Give me just one moment. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Okay. We will be continuing with the 8 share size like we did yesterday. And the Webull count today. Just getting all the scanners up here real quick. Good morning, everybody. The smooth, smooth music of the captain's lounge. Exactly, sir. Good morning, David. Good morning, Carl. SPRC died pretty horrifically. I would not have shorted this. It didn't meet my criteria, but yeah, what a disaster. 7 straight down to 450, 480. Yeah, not precious. Don't like to see it. Looking at other stocks, INKT popping up here. This one's a bit more pricey. Lower float. All the stocks from yesterday aren't really doing anything. So I'll go ahead and remove all of them. Starting anew. Yeah, INKT, definitely worth keeping an eye on just because of how it's moved. Looking at the time, it actually started moving today, a little less than 2 hours ago. So this is still relatively recent. The news doesn't seem like something that crazy to me, but I guess considering it's made a huge move in the past, I suppose that's just enough to move it. Worth noting, too, is actually looking at how this spiked. We went from $10 up to $14 on almost no volume. So the volume is suspiciously light, actually. Yeah, this volume's very strange. This feels way too light, given how much this has moved. It's a bit unusual. Quick pop on SVRE. Check it out. Certainly. Yeah, and this is one that's kind of popped up. You have kind of these blocks where it goes sideways. You have had instances where it would sideways and pop. All right, what's the news? No news, though. Yeah. No news isn't great. Not for a stock like this. Unfortunately, it's kind of already failed, so I can't really short it here. I guess if we make a new leg up, if we would actually like recover, go back to 380. Then I could consider a short. But I wouldn't short in this area. No, I'd want something like 420 as a starter. But this thing looks like it's, like you said, it's just popped and immediately rolled over. No news on it. Not a great daily chart. Just not really pleasant. I'll keep an eye on it, but this one's probably just a pop and drop. Good call out, though. That was a really good call out. Good luck. Good luck for today. I'm appreciative. I think I'll do all right. But I do appreciate the support. It can't hurt, right? Yeah, like everything else is just crickets. Like the gap scanner, we've got like multiple gappers that are up like 10%, but they're all just penny stock garbage. Can't buy it on Webull anyway? Okay, let me check here. SVRE. What is this? One of the liquidation onlys? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Let me check. See if I would have been able, because I do have one short available on Thinkorswim. I know, I still don't have a way to like easily jump between the two. Very unprofessional of me, I know. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so on Webull and Thinkorswim, I cannot short SVRE, so it would not have mattered. All right, so you are correct, sir. Yes. Even if I would have gotten the time, like even if this would have run, I would not have been able to short this on either broker. So good call out on that. See, this one didn't even give me a chance, and even if it did give me a chance, I wouldn't have been able to. This one looks like it's curling pretty well. This isn't a short for me. Like, obviously, this is way too dangerous for me to get involved with, so this will be a just sit and pass. The volume is also very suspiciously light. Very unusual activity with this stock. Can we catch the next CIIT? I highly doubt it, NASCAR. I highly doubt it. Because by its very design, no one caught it. Because it was an immediate pop and drop. My worry is of shorting is I end up shorting a stock like CIIT yesterday and totally blow up my account. No, that's a valid critique, and that's something that I've based my strategy around avoiding. Right, there was a lot of things like that. CIIT and NPT, those were two of the more recent ones that did it. But they were both Chinese stocks that were having suspicious price action. So it's not really surprising that it happened. But yeah, that is a valid concern to have, especially if you're shorting. Good morning, Tristan. Good morning, good morning. If you guys haven't already, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, it would greatly be appreciated. But no pressure. Yeah, I think today's a day for the good old music and chill, because this is looking like it's going to be a slow Wednesday. I can feel it. So yeah, we're setting up about $10 between the two accounts. Both accounts are up almost $5. Good morning, Sunny. Green, though, by a few pennies. It's basically flat. Good morning. Is there a way to make your watch list a bit bigger? Let me look. Yes, I think there is. Let me try something. Okay. I could probably do it like this. So let me crunch them. Now that it's like that, what I could do is I could do it like this. Because I don't need a huge watch list. Something like that, maybe. How's that look? Does that look a little better? Is that more to your approval, sir? It is a good point. I mean, to me, it looks... I can actually look at it now. Thing is, it's like, even on desktop, you can't really see it super well, so... I mean, first of all, RIP mobile users, there's no way they're going to see it, but... but yeah, that's fair, I think. Thank you, and yes. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, sir. I could probably do the same thing with positions, honestly. But I'll need a trade so I can do that. So I'll hold off on the positions, but if I get a trade, because I can probably do the same thing, right? Like I can scrunch. I can kind of crunch the positions and then increase size. So I might do something similar, but I'll need to actually get a trade before I can do that. Arguably, I could do the same thing. Well, no, I kind of like it like this, because you can at least see what I see here. Because this is what I see. What you guys see with the breaking news. Don't actually need to read it, you just need to know there's news. How is there like literally nothing again? This market sucks? Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy that I at least got a trade yesterday. Otherwise, yeah, this definitely feels like it's slower. Right? We only have really INKT, and this one just feels... I mean, like I said, lower volume. The volume isn't matching this price action, and it's kind of making me afraid to even want to touch it. Like, it doesn't meet the daily criteria for me anyway. This is has way too much potential, but also it just feels very ruggy. Also, thank you guys for the likes. I do appreciate it. I wonder how I look here. Because I just got back from the gym. All nice and sweaty. I don't look too bad. Yeah, I think we're just chilling here. Beat popping. Yeah, beat. Very weird action with this, right? Rugs. Then it just has a huge spike. It sells off sideways. Very emotional chart. Am I done with the $5,000 account? For the time being, yes. I'm really wanting to try and pivot away from it and just keep sizing up on these accounts. Yeah, I can probably put the 5,000 to better use. Still getting that passive income of like $1 or whatever a day. But yeah, I haven't really traded in it since I ended it in, like, I think the last day I traded in was like February 25th or something. 24th. Somewhere around then. That's the last time I traded in that account. But yeah, I'm thinking about using that money for something else. Which sucks because, like, I wanted that to be the route that I went. But the reality is just that the critics were right. What I was doing with that account was not productive enough. And that's entirely why I'm changing my focus to this. Dang. It's horrible. Man, why is everything... So we had SPRC, which just died basically immediately. What was it? SVRE? SVRE died immediately. Beat dies basically immediately. So this just feels like an incredibly dangerous market to buy anything right now. I mean, you've got INKT, but just this one feels very suspicious to me. Sky, same. I didn't see Sky. This one's very weird. I mean, it's the same, but this behavior is awkward. Yeah, this is a very, very weird pattern. I wouldn't inherently describe this as purely a pump and dump because, yeah, very weird. It's winter for the market. I don't know. It feels like it's very hot. It's like a switch right now. It seems like some days we're getting action, other days we're just not. Definitely manipulated. Yeah. One thing to mention too with this is notice how the volume here, when the price was selling off, dried up. And then during this entire climb back up, there's no volume. Very, very suspicious to see this climb up on no volume. Then suddenly get this lighter volume spike. And then most of the volume came through up here at the top. Yeah. Hey, beat curling back up. Nice recovery in all honesty. This one doesn't qualify for me. Daily chart is too emotional. It's not directive. Not directional. I can check it though. Let's see if we're able to short it. We are able to, and it's easy to borrow too. The price action on BAT on the prior day is interesting. Right, if I go to 2-day. Alright, look at how this has just grinded up the previous day. Right, almost no volume on the grind up. And even after hours, it kind of grinded up. So we're kind of essentially getting the higher volume at the highs. Don't know if that'll be relevant or not. You're looking at the daily chart. We're not really that high up on the daily. It had already pulled back quite a bit. Guess I can keep an eye on beat. Just because it's at least moving. Probably remove SVRE from the list. There's no reason to even have this on here. One day. Hey, we're actually getting volume and follow through, so at least something's moving. Interesting, it had to fully die though before it made the move. You're getting incremental volume increases. Right, the volume is trending up. I peaked at 198. Not a great 1 minute. We did have a stock around 6,600% yesterday, albeit for only a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, NASCAR. It was literally like 10 seconds. Yeah, it was an immediate pop and drop. Now, it did range in around like a 50 to 100% area after that from where it was at. But it only popped up like that 6,000% figure for only a few seconds. Again, very similar to NPT. NPT at least was almost a minute. But yeah. Supposedly someone claimed to have bought CIIT at around 60 cents and sold at 16. If they're lying, who knows? I mean, somebody sold at 16, right? So that's certainly a thing. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning. Welcome to the slow market. where really the only stocks in play now are BAT and INKT. It's really just these two stocks in play. Nothing. We've already had 3 stocks basically pump and dump. So not the prettiest spectacle of options. You just been surviving since January? Yeah. I mean, January was pretty good, right? Like, we just were having really good days in January, but right around the end of January, maybe it was like 2 days after February. Like the first day or 2 of February was actually pretty good. But yeah, after February it dried up. March has been a little better, right? March seems like it's kind of back and forth. We're having some good days. We're having some not so good days. I'd say more not so good than good, but we're at least having some days that are giving opportunity in March. February was just super, super cold. Right? You're taking a strategy this strategy I made that's already pretty precise. Like, I already have a lot of criteria, and then you throw it into a super cold market, and then I'm just like not trading at all for a week. This could make another leg, honestly. Seeing as how this volume is low on this pullback area, this could make another leg. I don't like that these 2 candles are highest volume and this is where it pulled back. We'll see. I'm roughly 50-50 with this if it makes another leg. Everything changed when the war started. Ironically, Joels, you're actually right. You're actually so right. That is actually whenever it started. Yeah. Joel's actually knows where it's at. February was much better for momentum. Really? Yeah, I'm kind of with Bobby there. What were you trading, Obi? Like, I didn't really see anything that was working that well. I mean, there were some penny stocks that moved, but even then, even the pennies were kind of scarce. Yeah, February was... I would actually argue that February was probably colder than, like, November from last year. November was pretty cold, but February was basically ice cold. Even people like Ross were struggling, and with his edge, like, he still was struggling to turn a profit. Yeah, so a bit of a rug here. Or at least it looks like initially. 194 straight to 176. It hasn't continued lower, so I mean maybe it ends up reversing. But definitely seems like someone's playing with this. Right. Do basically what looks like is going to be a breakout move into a rug pull, into a recovery. It seems like someone's playing with it. Yeah, I came into today with the hopes that I'd actually, you know, see continuation from yesterday, but yeah, we've kind of just flipped a switch, it feels like. And honestly, looking at even this move, this is only like a 25% move. That's really not that much. Right? I mean, like, other than this move, we have this like 70% move, but this one's again very strange. See, we don't really have much. I'm new here. Can you recap your approach/strategy? So this is a new strategy I'm doing. We're on day 2 of, like, I guess, scaling. People that are here know that I've been doing this strategy for about a week with one share. But it is a shorting strategy. I have 2 accounts for it, Webull and Thinkorswim. We're in Webull right now. And both accounts started with 2100. This account is 2104. The other one has like roughly 2105. And we were shorting with one share. We've upped the size. We're now doing 8 share base size. And we're mostly looking for mean reversion. That's the premise of what I'm looking for. I have back tested it. We've got, currently we are sitting at 6 out of 6 winning trades. So can't really get much better than that. I've had some pretty bad execution mistakes though. I had a really bad one yesterday where I lost almost half the profit from the trade because of an execution mistake. So that's on me, but it's a learning process. And I will say, it was the first time I did it. So as long as I don't do it again, I'm not going to be that hard on myself. If I make the same mistake twice, then that becomes problematic. Beat slightly red on it. 0 freaking follow through. Yeah, no, this one's like, right? Like I genuinely thought here we might actually see a continuation. And whenever you saw this next candle, right, starting to break out, I'm like, okay, we might get the new high. It was looking good. And then you just get this very strange rejection into like this weird fake bounce. Yeah, the follow through was not great. And like I said, this stock only went up 25%, which in itself isn't even that good. If the best move we're looking at is a 25% move, like it's a slow day. That's all there is to it. I just don't get anything, not even 10 or 15 cents. It's so bad. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a cheaper stock too. So getting 15 cents out of it is going to be harder. If short, do you require a margin account? Yes. At least in the US. These are both margin accounts, which is why they're 2100, because for a margin account, you need at least $2,000. So I put 2100 in both accounts. Yep. They're both margin. Shorts are more available on Webull than Thinkorswim, correct? I have been checking it, and my honest opinion is it's about equal. I have seen instances where Webull has short locates that aren't available on Thinkorswim, and I've seen instances where Thinkorswim has locates that aren't available on Webull. If I had to pick one, I would say maybe Webull is just slightly more, but it's almost the same. And in retrospect, considering that they have locates that the other doesn't have a lot of times for both of them, you could argue it's a good idea to have both brokers. That way, if one doesn't have it, you could use the other. So it's very interesting from that respect. Yeah, it's just kind of grinding down. We're at the half hour, so we'll see if anything new comes up, but I'm not really holding my breath here. Honestly, I have more confidence in the top of the hour than the half hour, especially given how nothing's really going on. Will my strat be scalable? To some level. I don't know what level. We scaled it. We started yesterday with the scaling. I went from 1 share base size to 8. So I'm currently at a 1-to-1 model, which is that first size is 1x, second size is 2x, third size is 1x. So it would be 8, 16, 8. So it is scalable to some level. I'm not sure when locates will become problematic. What I've found with Webull and Thinkorswim is that as long as you locate the shares within the first 5 to 10 minutes, you're good. But if you try to locate shares like 10, 15 minutes into the move, you're going to run into locate issues, right? They're just going to run out of inventory. So I guess one question to scalability is going to be, assuming the strategy does continue to be working, will Webull or Thinkorswim have locate issues on a larger scale? Because 8 shares realistically is not impactful. Yeah, PAPL moving. It's a bit cheaper though. Yeah, it's a good question though. Yeah, what extent will I be able to scale this? And right now I don't know the answer, which is a good answer to not know. Right? It's like, okay, you can just keep scaling until you find it, I suppose. But yeah, I suspect that there will be a wall with share size, simply because Webull and Thinkorswim just might not have extraordinary inventory. And if I do eventually hit that wall, and like I'm saying, maybe like 50 or 100 shares, and I start to hit that wall, then I would need to investigate other avenues. But even then, with even 50 shares, I would be making upwards of like $15 a trade, which isn't bad. Like, that's a good starting point. But I suspect that that's not going to be... That bottleneck probably won't come into play until I'm at several hundred shares, at least. And I suspect it may go much higher than that. Yeah. Not even PAPL held up. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even say anything. I just stopped watching. Like, yeah, this thing... Like, even the penny stock isn't running. As a newbie, just being able to rein in a profit of 1% is already a good deal for me, though. The times I got greedy really burnt me good. Honestly, dude, look, let me... It always... A lot of people come into this with the wrong mindset of what is a good return. You gotta understand, right? The S&P 500, just the general index of what a investment would return. A good return is 8% per year, right? So when you say just being able to make 1%, like, that's way, way, way above the standard, right? Understand that even a 0.1% return per day is already above the baseline. a 1% return is actually phenomenally good if you could maintain that. So these are kind of like the preconceptions a lot of people have that just is not true. And I mean, a lot of people, you know, you always get the fancy people that are going saying, look, I made like 20% returns today or something. So that kind of distorts the reality. And especially with like day trading, you can have days where you get 20+% return, but like you're only ever looking at the winning days, and that's not the right, like that really distorts your expectations, because then you just think, oh well, I just need to try and do that every day, and like it's an averages game, right? You're gonna have the winners and the losers. Like my strategy is designed to be very, very high accuracy, right? The win rate should be around 85%. I'm 6 out of 6 trades, which is, I mean, it's 100%, but like it's such a low sample size. Technically, I could still have 2 out of the next like 4 trades be losers, and I would be below the statistical probability. So yeah, it's just kind of like perceptions that people get wrong. People trade differently. Some people are after the returns. Some people are after huge numbers. I'm after consistency. Just hit this much money every day. Just hit this much money every day. My end goal is 500 a day, which equates to 100K a year. 500 a day, 100K a year. That's about right, I think. It's a little more, but after taxes. Or I guess no, because Saturday, Sunday. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's a good goal, right? 500 is more than most jobs, too. I could care less about the percent return as long as I'm hitting my daily goal. Right, and let me put it this way, all right? So we'll just do some basic maths. All right, so check this out. Let's say your goal was to make $100,000 a day, right? So how much money would you need to make, percentage-wise, to make that? So we'll divide it. We'll just say 200 trading days a year. So 500 a day, right? So you need to make 500 a day, like you said. Okay, so that's how you did it. So you would need to make 500 a day, but then ask this. What is the percentage of... What percentage would you need to make 0.1%? So let me put it this way. 500. How would I reverse engineer that? So I'm trying to figure out what your starting balance would be if you're trying to make 500 a day and you would want to target 0.1%. I guess that'd be like 1,000, right? Right, so 500,000 times 0.01 is... Oh, no, that's 5. Oh, no, yeah, okay, 0.001. So 500,000... Okay, I got it now. Times 0.001. 500. So you would need $500,000 in your account to make $500 a day, which would be 0.1% return. My balance at the moment is 5K. I make 250 about a day. I need about 10K to make 500 because I do small trades. Well, look, let me put it this way, man. So you got 5K or 10K. If you're making 500 a day in a 10K account, you're making like, what is that? I can't do math today. Oh my god. Yeah, it'd be 500. Okay, 500. So you'd be making 5% per day, which is an extremely high return. Why am I not using trade zero? Why should I use trade zero? Yeah, 5%. 5% daily. which is that's an extremely high return. I don't need calc for this, man. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's a very, very high return you need to make per day. To maintain that is extremely difficult. But I mean, if you can do it, more power to you, but that's a very, very ambitious goal. Yeah, I know, like, you don't need calc for... No, I get it, like, I'm just... I didn't want to do it in my head. I'm just a little out of it right now. Cash account. No margin, lower risk. Christian, how long have you been trading for? Because you say your main account is at 5K at the moment. I had a bad day yesterday. It happens, 250 day, but F Trump. And man, he messed me up. Honestly, 3 years. No, I respect it. Okay. Yeah, so 3 years. So, are you profitable now, or are you still trying to cross that threshold? Okay, this year I've become net profitable. Got out of margin. Yeah. Okay, well, good stuff, man. I mean, net profitable? Heck yeah. Yeah, margin is honestly... I generally wouldn't recommend it. Like, I'm using margin for these 2 accounts that I'm doing. If I could do cash, I would. Right? Because just having access to that margin, it opens you up to those impulses. Yeah, 5% per day is honestly extremely high threshold. I'm comfortable with small trade, low float. I'm not comfortable with my SPY options. 2 options yesterday. Trump wasn't supposed to speak till after hours. He spoke, market went up. I lost those 2 options. Not even 5 minutes, 250 gone. Okay, like, hold on, back up. Christian, are you doing 0 DTE options for SPY? To lose 250 in 5 minutes, that's very, very volatile. Man, LRHC held up all day yesterday, and this morning it finally drops. Yeah, how did LRHC do? Because I saw it was holding up. I didn't watch it afterwards. Okay, so it did end up failing after hours. Honestly, like, in hindsight, my cover was pretty good, right? Like, this kind of went sideways here for a while, and I ended up covering here. Was it here or here? I don't remember which one I covered at. I think it might have been this one, actually. Yes, I trade mostly same day. Yes, it is. I have talked about this already before. I don't normally even trade 2 options. I only generally hold options 5 to 15 minutes at max in case something like yesterday happens. Well, I know Flip Flop, he also does options to my knowledge. I'm actually surprised how many people do 0DTE SPY. To me, I always thought it was just borderline gambling. I mean, if you got a system that works, right? I mean, like, you got the technicals. If you have something that works, fair enough. Like, let me put it this way. So you said you are profitable with it. So, like, I'm not going to even necessarily say the 250 you lost is, like, a proof that the system doesn't work, because that was just literally a random event. Trump could have said the opposite thing, and then you would have made 250. So, like, I'm not even going to argue against you there. Right, because you could have just as well made money as lost money. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like a negative EV environment. But if you found a way that makes it work, yeah, I'm not worried about one day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you make 250 a day, you had basically like a worst case scenario and you lost 250, like, you had a doomsday event that lost you one day. That's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, the flip side was actually 2 contracts went to 3,000 each. It would have been 6K profit in 5 minutes. Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you were just playing the odds in that case. It's quiet as hell on the scans. Yeah, this is dead today. Yeah, I mean, I turned the music on. I kind of just saw the scanners. I'm like, yeah, we're not trading today, probably. So I just threw on the music, and we're just kind of chilling here. LRHC, can you recap that trade again? Yeah, so I traded this yesterday. Daily chart here. This stock is a death spiral stock. This company has a very frequent shelf registration and dilution process. If I go here and I look at like the last, I don't know, like 30 days maybe? I'll do like 15 minutes. Right, so if you go back here, this stock ended up peaking and selling off hard in this area. And then it's shown a history of doing this spike and fail system. So I calculated where roughly it should peak, and I shorted this one yesterday. All right, so I shorted into the first leg and second leg. I was actually intending to add here. This is what I was saying I messed up yesterday. The problem with reserving locates. Actually, hold on. Let me pause here. We got some maybe moving. BIAF. It does have news. My apologies for pausing, but I just want to look at this. Announces initiation of large-scale longitudinal clinical study. Okay, 4 million shares. I'll add this to the watch list. It's okay news, but it's not really anything too impressive. Let me check locates. It does have locates. This is a very easy to borrow stock. You're getting some volume inflow too. right? Shares outstanding is 4.5 million. Got about 700,000, 800,000 volume now. So you're getting huge volume inflow here. Realistically, I don't know. This doesn't read to me as a super crazy headline, but the volume is there. Just rolls over. It needs to go over 2 for me to play. I was considering BIAF flip-flop. I was looking for more around 170 for me to get interested, right? Looking at the daily, you got resistance at 150, you got extra resistance at 170. Once you get to 170, that was looking like an area that I'd start to be interested. But, I mean, you didn't even break 150. Yeah. When I said 5% of 10K, that's on a good day. Right now, on 5K, I average 150, which is like 3%. I'm trying to get to 5%. Yes, because that's an acceptable goal. I mean, we're good. Okay. We got good volume on this bounce here. All right, this looked dead, but it did actually bounce. Yeah, the fact that we got recovery, so this breakdown leg was on lower volume, and then we got this huge surge back up with higher volume, which kind of corrected the downtrend. So this might actually end up going up. Still high volume, so there's a lot of churn here. Like, all of this is high volume. Huge churn. $139 is a major area, though. Yeah, on the daily, you got huge resistance here. I have an old resistance line drawn at 138, and it's dancing around that. Don't think I'd take BIAF unless it opens above 139. Yeah, like I said, I want at least around 170 before I go short. It's got a lot of work to do. Missed this live chat. I haven't been on here in weeks and I was going through withdrawal. Love your delivery and demeanor. Well, I appreciate it, sir. Careful on the 8 a.m. flush into the open. Yeah, we are 5 minutes from the top of the hour, so if anything comes up, attention might get retracted from here. There were prospectuses for this back in October, but nothing recently beyond that. I think this is the stock that had that crazy 400% day a couple months ago. Yes, it did. This is the same. I've noticed a very consistent pattern that things that run between 7 and 8 sell off, consolidate to prep for the 9:30 open. I have a rule not to trade between 8 and 9. Yeah, it does feel like stocks tend to pull back between 8 and 9. I mean, I don't intuitively know that because I haven't checked for it, but that is kind of a feeling that I get, especially right now. I don't know if that's a good general rule or maybe it's just an environmental or situational thing, but I have been getting that feeling too. Green beet and BIAF. I have no idea what you're... Oh, you're saying you're green on both. I was like, what on earth are you saying? I had to think for a second. Yeah. Well, good stuff, sir. All right, we got 2 minutes till the top of the hour. Just to answer that one gentleman, I don't know if he's still here or not. We'll try to do it with the minute we have. HC, I think it was. Yeah. But yeah, I shorted into the first pops up here. I had adjusted my order, and with Webull and Thinkorswim, they do locates at time of placement. So if you adjust the order, you lose your spot. I lost my spot, so I didn't get the final fill. So when this did come down, I didn't get the full capture. That's basically the gist of it. You're still here? Cool, cool. Yeah, I wasn't ignoring you. It's just that this popped up. I wanted to give this my attention. So I didn't want it to seem like I was ignoring you. $13 next level. Yeah, there does seem to be support around 113. And then after that, it's like high ones. We're up to 50 viewers. I don't know where you guys all came from, but welcome everybody. If you're liking the stream, you can, if you want, you can hit the like button. It would help me out. I would greatly appreciate it, but no pressure. Hope you enjoy your stay. Take any good trades yet? I was late to the meeting. Not today. No. No trades for me today. Today's been super, super slow. I took one decent trade yesterday, but nothing so far today. I mean, there hasn't even really been an opportunity. I would have considered BIAF if it got to 170, but we didn't even get close to that. This thing just kind of popped and rolled over. We're not really seeing anything hold up. The best holding up stock right now is Beat, and like this is only up 18%. How do you like Webull compared to Thinkorswim? I have never used anything but Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is my baby. I mean, it was what I started with. It was my very first broker. And, yeah, no, they both have things that work better than the other. Like, for just general analysis of stocks, Thinkorswim's definitely better. But in terms of execution, I would probably say that Webull's actually better. Webull has really, really good hotkeys. I don't need hotkeys for the strategy I'm using. Mine is a much just more principled-based, longer-term strategy. But if you're looking for quick executions, I would actually say Webull is better. Okay, VTAC popping here. I like the daily. What's the news? Announces definitive merger agreement to acquire 100% of Flylight. Okay, pretty low float. Okay. Pretty aggressive pop-up on this thing, though. Check locates for this. Okay, only liquidatable here. Let me check Thinkorswim. Another liquidate only. I hate this week with stocks, liquidate only. Yeah, let me see if Thinkorswim lets me. Okay, yeah, it's the same for both. I like the daily setup for this, but the volume to shares outstanding is alarmingly high for me to want to short it anyway. So I'm like 50-50 of whether I would have wanted to short this anyway. ELPW had a huge volume spike. Oh my god, that's a 7-cent stock. You got a starter 227? Good luck, sir. Really, you guys are trading a 7-cent stock? You guys are crazy. You'd have to trade massive size or something. Thinkorswim, how do you check for locates? For me, I just put an order and see if it lets me place it. I genuinely don't know a way to check. Similar with Webull as well. They were looking at... What was it that they said? ELPW. Look at this. 7-cent stock. It's like, okay, yeah, it got a volume spike, but like when the stock is 7 cents, even 1 million shares, like, isn't actually that significant. APVO. Okay, I mean, we got this, we got the spiral. News, clinical data, benefit rates. Okay. Liquidate only. If this becomes a thing with all cheaper brokers, then that's going to become problematic, because this seems like a trend that's been increasing. I want to cross-reference with Thinkorswim. So this is an instance where I'm able to short it on Thinkorswim, but not Webull. So let me posture for that. Give me one moment. Wow, it actually just died immediately. Okay, well, fair enough. Okay, well, I was placing orders for APVO, but it just immediately rolled over. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so this is an instance where I wasn't able to short it on Webull, but I was able to short it on Thinkorswim. What might be worth me doing, just in case these kind of situations happen, is I try to build my setup so that I can short from either one without having to kind of like hide the screen. Because like if I am trying to short from the other one, I like need to hide it so that I don't like, because I don't have it set up so that I can flip between the two without accidentally showing information I shouldn't show. Man, this thing just popped up and immediately rolled over, huh? You shorted at 840, you covered at 660. That's crazy. $2 freaking bucks, or $1.80 in just like a minute. That's lunacy. That profit was instant, yeah. Yeah, nothing's holding. Like we're just not seeing anything hold for more than a few minutes without just this catastrophic dump. Good morning, Skivan. You're watching PIF now. Is it curling back? I mean, I really wouldn't watch this. Like, to me, this one is kind of giving back the move. I mean, it's higher volume on this dump, but like it's a red candle. I wouldn't have too much for it. Yeah, APVO, very brutal. And this one, like I was able to trade in it on Thinkorswim. It was Webull that restricted me here. So like it's not a one-for-one which stocks are getting restricted, which I think is very fascinating. Man. This literally dropped almost 50% in 5 minutes. No, it's crazy to think you could make $1.80 in a minute and that you still left money on the table. right? Like, surely if this does a full retracement in a minute, you should just get out and cover. And then it proceeds, you probably would have doubled your money or tripled your money if you held. Like your return, I mean. Or you covered at 660, so you covered here. Like, and it looks like a good cover in hindsight, or like initially, but hindsight, surprisingly covering at 660 was the wrong play by a lot. Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't even been short this anyway. So I was placing my orders, but my orders were up here around 990s, 980s. Like that's, it didn't even hit it. It just, yeah, and it just immediately rolled over, so. I guess this is just what we're dealing with right now. We're just dealing with stocks that immediately roll over at the moment. SGN's kind of moving. It's a penny, so I'm not going to really mess with it. But this one is moving if you guys are interested in that. GXII moving a bit. Oh, wow. That's more than a bit, sir. It does have news. They had a general join them. I mean, this pullback was pretty rough. GXAI tends to move, so I'll actually keep this on watch. Even though it looks pretty nasty that it's rejected this hard. But this one has a history, like, looking at the daily, this has a history of popping. So I will at least give it the chance to prove itself. I should actually check this quickly, too. So yeah, the super big bar rate. Okay. I'll put orders out just in case we do actually get up to something. All right, and if it wants to run, we're ready for it. BGXAI is the worst, shorted to hell. I have shorted it twice, and both were winners. But it needs to run more. The stock has a history of being able to make bigger moves, so I need to be more patient with it. This one might not resolve too well because it did just make a big move recently. And historically, this seems to have a trend where if it has a big move, the following days tend to be sell-off, right? Like big move, sells off for a week, big move, sells off for a week, big move. This one kind of like consolidated, a little bit different here. But yeah, this one, I mean, we had a big move 3 days ago, and it looks like it's selling off. So I'm not really expecting it to curl so much, but I am postured if it does want to. Right, and that's always the goal. Just keep posturing. Whoever called VTAC did well. Yeah, interesting. It is interesting how a lot of these stocks are starting to get restricted. Even though I called up Thinkorswim and had them unrestrict my stocks, they're still holding some of these against. He's trying. Hey, how do you guys find these stocks like minutes before me have? It feels like every other time you're finding these minutes before me. Oh, this is that one that sold off into oblivion, then just pumped. Yeah. This is that 250 million share one. There were none of these restrictions 3 years ago? Yeah. Yep. But it's for your protection, Kristen. Christian, it's for your protection. They have to protect you from yourself. Very interesting, though, that the one stock that wasn't shortable, and it's just like in this downtrending death spiral, is the one that holds up. Slow morning. I mean, it's kind of slow. Like, I mean, VTAC is actually doing all right, right? It's up 80%. It's been a slower morning, but this one's doing pretty well. We've had like an 80% failure rate for stocks just not holding up, but yeah, this one's doing good. Oh, you can sort by easy to borrow, hard to borrow. Okay. That's a cool feature. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Be tagging my pop here. I've got orders ready. Well, good luck, sir. I mean, you definitely have the downtrend working for you, right? This is a death spiral stock if I ever saw one. Right, taking earnings gamble today on a stock I hate. It's been beat to crap through Oracle. Earnings this evening. Yeah, VTAC looks like the only one that's actually like holding up decently. Average is still 227 on this one. Yeah, I might call up Webull. I called up Thinkorswim and asked them, and basically the customer service basically just said, it's for your protection, we don't really know anything beyond that. Just the most corporate basic answer they could give. So I might try calling up Webull and asking them, see if I get a different answer from them. I don't want to sit through a 40-minute wait though. Maybe I'll go on YouTube or something, but yeah, it's likely that they were pressured to do it by the third parties that they're using. That's my take anyway. Go ahead and throw up a thing here. Nice little poll. We still got the 3 GXAI orders, just kind of sitting, waiting. Keep them up for a little longer. I mean, GXAI is probably just dead at this point. The odds that it runs is like maybe like 5% chance that it actually goes up to like 180, 190. I'll keep it there a little longer, but I'm not expecting it to do it. We have a lot of people that are green today. Glad to see not many people lost money, at least. Yeah, I'm like half falling asleep. Just a lot of these stocks being no movers. I mean, really, our only good stock here has been VTAC. And it did most of its move in the first 2 minutes. And it's kind of just been going wavy now. Just got back, so did anything happen? It's mostly just VTAC. Other than this, we haven't really had anything. We've had a couple other stocks that are popping up, but none of them really did anything meaningful. Right, ignoring VTAC and INKT, which popped up earlier. The next best thing is Beat, and that's only up 13%. So it's really just VTAC right now. SGN is moving, but it's cheaper. Woke up earlier to get an INKT to make me green. Nothing since. Yeah. Looking more like a no trade day. Well, we still got 30 minutes. I shouldn't roll it out yet. I didn't take my trade yesterday until like... what was it? It was like 8:40. So it was looking like yesterday was going to be a no trade day too, and it ended up being one. So we'll see. It has news also, but the news is that it will combine with Block AI to trade under a different ticker. Okay, so it's like a merger. News, different ticker symbol. Yeah. I think I'm just sitting tight here. We're coming up on the half hour, so we'll see. Oil stocks getting a bit of an uptick. I haven't checked on them. Let's see how some oils are doing. So BATL actually sold off. Turb, I mean, it's kind of stair-stepping up. This is closer to chop than stair-stepping, but it's at least holding up. Nothing too crazy though. Sell you. Oh, wow, okay. Expects to triple revenue. Yeah, get rid of these. It's easy to borrow. Okay. All right, I got 2 orders out here. See if this one wants to actually curl and run. I did cancel my GXAI. It's just ended up flatlining. It's not going up. You're trying for 180 and above. I'm trying for 190 and above flip-flop. So it seems like we have like the same general area we're going for. Yeah. This one just kind of spiked. Just sort of sold off. Yeah, it was a super cheap stock too, like 8 cents. What is this, reverse split? What day is this, the 16th? Yeah, very weird gap up. I mean, this was a 7-cent stock that went to 250. I would assume it's a reverse split. Yeah, sell you holding up. This could end up making another leg. I don't know though. The volume has been high here relative to the pop. Yeah, maybe it just rolls over here. Man. Just almost nothing is holding. I think Candyman is at full tilt. I hope not. Oh god, let me check on Mr. Candyman. I haven't checked on him. Yeah, considering how many stocks have failed, if he's tried to engage... Let's see. How much is that? Yeah, he's... Yeah. I mean, and that's the unseen, right? Like, it's one thing to say I'm being boring by not taking any trades, but at least I'm not down, you know? On a day where everything here just seems to not be doing anything and just failing. By sitting on the sidelines, like, I at least avoid any pain. Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Who's Candyman? I will go ahead and link him. He is another YouTuber who streams. No trade days are not red days. No trade days are not bad days. I think Vadim smoked his last account. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, even if Vadim didn't, like, I feel like morally he's just in a really, or yeah, morale-wise, he's just in a really bad spot. Right? Because he eventually was at a point where he was talking about how the critics were concerning to him, and he was still having his losses. Like, he had like $1,000 red day or something. You're not boring though? Oh, I appreciate it, man. I mean, it can be boring when I'm not taking trades, especially now with me taking... I'm really trying to only take the best trades I can right now. I'm really not trying to force trades, right? I'm 6 for 6. Like, we've had great results so far. I'm really trying to keep this going. And here's the thing. If I can show myself, like, I took 5 trades and I said 5 trades is what I wanted to size from 1 share to 8 shares. Now I want to see me take another 10 trades. I'm not looking for 100% accuracy, of course, but like, I want to see that I can continue to have this high accuracy. And if I can continue to have it, I might 4x size again. I probably won't 8x size again, but like, I'll drastically increase size again. And so I'm putting a lot of emphasis on that. So I understand if it's boring that I'm not taking trades. And I appreciate you find even my commentary to be helpful. But I did go ahead and link there. That's Candyman. Go ahead and give him a like. I'm not going to be streaming too much longer, so you can go give him some love after this. But yeah, he's another streamer. I think he's been trading longer than I have. He still hasn't quite hit profitability yet, but he seems like a good guy. Yeah, I still got my orders for Sell You, but I'm ever more growing unconfident that I will get the fill. You subscribe to Candyman? Well, there you go. You gotta tell him the trading captain sent you, though. I mean, dude, he's getting over 100 viewers. I mean, okay, maybe he's on tilt, but... I just wish he was able to do better, because he seems like a genuinely good guy. But yeah, Sell You looks like it's just fully capitulated, unfortunately. I was looking to get in around 190s, and it just didn't... I thought it could get there. Like, seeing how it did this first pop and it was holding here like it could curl, I genuinely thought it could get to 190s. That's where I was aiming. Going on tilt can still be a way to learn. I mean, yeah, if it's like your first time. But when you go on tilt every like week or two and you lose what he loses, like, it's at that point it's not really productive anymore, right? It's okay to go on tilt if you learn something from it. SGN ran 2, I missed that. I did call it out. SGN, it's been kind of curling up here for a while. Yeah, Salyu's basically done, unfortunately. You could have made, I guess I could have made like 40 cents, but no, I would have had to get into it early. I'm gonna cancel my sell you orders because this thing just gave back the whole move. But if he's full tilt on a day like today, then you've got no chance of profitability. Just because you're a day trader doesn't mean you must trade every day. Yes, certainly, and it's right. Like I haven't followed him super close, so I could be off on this, but it's my understanding that on a really, really good day, he might make like 50 or $100. But then he has these tilt days where I know I think it was last week, he lost like 250 on a tilt day. I don't know what he's down right now, but it looked like he was down a good bit today. But like, he goes into these stocks, it feels like, with the same mindset every day, right? And the thing is like the market can be hot one day and then not give many opportunities the next day. So whenever he goes in with the same mindset, and like I feel like he goes in with the mindset of just trying to be green every day, which is, and like, not inherently bad, but when the market doesn't enable that, it's counterproductive, right? If you make $70 and the day's really hot and you're like, okay, I'm going to be even more hot the next day, and then it gets cold and then you're forcing trades and then you give back everything and then it's cold the next day and you're like, oh, I'll revenge trade today, and then you give back more, and it's I think he tunnels too much, genuinely. Right, and that's not a critique against him as a person. That's just as far as like how he treats trading. That's what I perceive. If you're not trading your current environment, you're not trading correctly. Very true. It's very hard to read his P&L. I noticed that too. I have to like zoom in on it. Yeah. How does mine look? You can't even really see mine because there's no P&L for the day. But yeah. I mean, I think mine's big enough that you can it's legible. At least on computer. Maybe on mobile it's less legible. Revenge trading is not okay in my opinion. I mean, yeah, there's like it's really bad in general. Like you're just trading on emotion. Like, I don't even think you have to say that as an opinion. But yeah, if you have a huge red day, you can't be like, I need a green day to make it up. Yeah. In my experience, if I have a big red day, I'm just like, okay, I'll have to wait. I'll have to take 5 days to make that up or something. Yeah. You've been there, used to force things a lot, been trading for 7 years and just got profitable last year. Well, good stuff. I mean, good stuff sticking with it. Yeah, no, I mean, I've been trading for 7 years as well, day trading for about 3, going on 4 now. But yeah, I've only been profitable about a year myself. And I'm really trying to find out how to make avenues to scale better. But yeah, forcing things is the biggest mistake you can make. And in some ways, I think the strategy I'm doing is like the most disciplined form of restraint you can do. Because my strategy is inherently going to not have me trade days. Even in a hot market, there will be days where I just will not trade because my criteria are just that strict. I love the fact that he actually makes real candy, right? I think Candyman, because he's really trading like Ross and buying breakouts, is very difficult. Those breakouts turn on a dime and trap traders so fast. Ross is real quick and most can't repeat. Yeah. Yeah, Ross, he's definitely quick on the trigger. Not sure if I've watched Sean Dekmar. No, but I can go ahead. I have not, but I'll check him out. I saved his name. I'll check him out. XGL. An XGL popping up here. Okay. Okay, and just immediately rolls over, I guess. Well, the news came out at 8:30. It only is just now popping up. Or is this different news? No, these are two different news catalysts. Okay. Let's see, am I able to short it? I am. Okay. But is it just going to roll over immediately and give me no chance? We'll see. We'll go ahead and posture, just in case this does move. All right, we'll see. Now watch it just immediately roll over. What made you get it into trading? For me, it was the challenge, not the money. Well, for me, it was the money. I mean, I think we're lying if it's not just about the money, right? I mean, not enough for a pop for me yet. Yeah, my orders are a bit higher up. Yeah, for me, it was the money, more so just the freedom, right? The freedom to get away from my own job. Right, I've been basically self-employed, using this as my income source, studying philosophy. It's been very enjoyable. Yeah, I'm looking for 160s, 170s to get in. It's not just about money, it's about freedom. Yes, certainly, right. Candyman makes candy, trading farmer does farm. This company has had a prospectus a little less than a month ago. So they do have a shelf registration. Do I swing trade for income? Yeah, that's my main source. Yeah. Day trading is more of a side hustle where I'm trying to get to improve it so that I have another income source. Is this one just going to roll over too? Not give any opportunity? It just seems like it's been failure after failure today with these stocks. Just none of them are really holding up well. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, this hasn't totally died yet. It has a small chance. I'd say maybe it has like a 20 or 30% chance to go up to 160. It's not super high, but this hasn't died yet. Where did I learn to swing trade from? Honestly, it's mostly self-taught. I just looked into fundamental analysis, did a lot of YouTube searching, learned about balance sheets, learned about income statements, cash flow, EBITDA, book valuations, right? And then combine that with technical analysis, find out where it's undervalued on the chart. Right, at least with swing and swing trading and investing, you definitely should know more about the fundamentals because you're holding a longer period, so fundamentals are more relevant. Right, that's at least the philosophy I have with it. Yeah, we're coming up on the top of the hour here. Might just be a no trade day today. Like normal though, I'll stay 5 minutes after 9, see if we get anything that pops up. I mean, this still could pop. Like it definitely seems like something's keeping this down here, but we'll see. If strength does come, would certainly love to see it. Paint drying stream. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're honestly not wrong. Honestly, trading is the best job. Just make sure you exercise or do something active after your day, because sitting for 8 hours is not healthy. It's the only downside. Yeah, I've been trying to go to the gym more. I went twice. I went 9 p.m. yesterday, and I went at 5 a.m. this morning. So I went to the gym twice today. This is actually the first time I've done 2 back-to-back, and I feel like crap. I haven't really mentioned it, but I am like super fatigued right now. I'm just... But yeah, no, I'm trying to be more healthy. I'm trying to get in more shape. Sitting at a computer, it's definitely not the most physically engaging activity. You gotta get them gains, Weon. Okay, I have been waiting for this 1 minute high for like the last 4 minutes, and this thing is just consolidating and not doing that. And there she goes. What a horrible day. Just what is it? This is like a 90. Am I like tripping? Is this like a 90% failure rate or something? The only stock that's held up is VRAC, and yeah, like Flip Flop said, this thing just kind of ended up fizzling out. The next best stock is Beat, that's up 10%. Yeah. Hostile? Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you tried trading something that popped up, you got punished today. Most likely. I still need to have Even come in here and say, no trade today? He hasn't come by to call out that I haven't traded today. Yeah, people mentioned the Trading Farmer guy that he streamed, but I've never seen him stream. I don't know if he stopped, but I've never seen him. Yeah, we're coming up on the top of the hour. If you did like the stream, I do stream every morning, allegedly. So if you want to see more of this, maybe consider subscribing. And you can catch me tomorrow. No pressure, though. Like I said, I will stay an extra 5 minutes just to see if anything else pops up. If something does pop up that looks like it has potential, I'll stick around a little longer. Otherwise, I will get ready for market open. He left with small cap. Hyper scalping edge eroded away last year. He says he still trades but holds longer. Do I ever stream my swing trading? I do not. No, that would be extremely boring. Because I would just be swinging it. Alright, at least with day trading, you can see me like taking a larger size or holding for like the actual move, and you get to see the resolution. Swing trading, it would just be, I just buy it and that's it. Oh, well, swing trading, swing trading by definition is multi-day hold. Right? So it would literally just be buy and then that's it. LGVN. Only 66 cents though, huh? Yeah. Private placement, 30 million. ATPC. Ooh, so this one rug pulled super hard in the past. No news. See what we're open for. Okay, we are able to short it. Go ahead and set up for this one. I'm gonna do reduced size on it though, because this one's more volatile. Oh man, even 3-4 minutes was not enough time. Okay, well, fair enough. Needed to be quicker with that decision. Okay, I would have been short there too. I can see if it's doable on Thinkorswim. Let's see. Might be out on there as well, though. Okay, yes, I'm not shortable on Thinkorswim either. Okay. Mm-hmm. $348 average. Good luck, sir. SGN and at 44 cents. We got someone an early inner here. That's awesome, man. Yeah, so I would have been in at 366. So right now I'd actually be underwater. What was it? 366 and 384. So my average would be 375. So I'd be slightly in profit right now. You missed those 420s. And we can paper trade it, see how it would have went. Because I was trying to place the order, and if I was a little quicker, I would have gotten in. So I would have been in at 375. Which is pretty high, but like... I don't know, this looks very strong. Got him now? Good luck, sir. That would have... No, I would be in at full size now. Because this went to 450. Yeah, my average would be a little over 4, roughly. So my average would be something like 404 right now. But I'd be very spooked. Like this has gone way faster than I would have expected it to. Yeah, for safety. Yeah, this feels like it has potential, doesn't it? Like, just the way it's moved with such force. I mean, I still would be in green right now, but not by much. Right, this could totally sweep me here. Man, it's really just stabilizing here. If I was in this, I would be a lot more spooked right now. You're getting a pullback on lighter volume too. This looks like it's setting up to make another leg up. Well, I gotta get going here, get ready for market open. Yeah, just know that if you want to play out what ends up happening here, my average was around 404 on paper. But it's looking like this might actually end up breaking out. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you guys enjoyed the stream and are new and want to see more, like I said, I do stream every morning, so you can check me out 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. EST every morning. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get better opportunities tomorrow.